I'm Susan with Susan's Country Living. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen. Today what we're going to be doing is canning some chicken breast. Yes, you can can meat and it is a great time saver. So what I have is just some boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've bought at the store, and I'm going to be cutting it up into chunks, and I like to can them in these are half pint, kind of a squatty jar, and what I end up with is this. I canned this last August and it is still great. It makes its own juice. I do add salt to it, and when I open this I just crumble it up and it makes enough chicken salad. That's mainly what I use it for. Enough chicken salad for a good size lunch for 2 people. If you're really hungry, for 1 person, but it doesn't look like a lot, but it really does make quite a bit of chicken salad. Some people use pints. The large mouth is easy to fill, and if you're going to be making a casserole or something like that, or you have a larger family, the pint jars would probably be better for you. And the time is, I believe, the same amount for this half pint size. So I'm going to grab my salt here, and I'm going to put half a teaspoon of salt in each of my jars. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chunked up and show you how I fill the jars. I use 1 1/4 inch headspace, so a little more than the 1 inch headspace. I do kind of press it down and get all the bubbles out, and I've got my water going for my lids, and I have my rings right here, and we have my pressure canner back there. I don't have water in the pressure canner yet. I'm not going to put it in there hot because I'm cold packing this. So my jars will not be hot, and you really don't have to worry about sterilizing your jars. Just make sure that they're clean. Wash them with soap and water and rinse them really well, because the processing time is going to kill anything that's there. So you don't have to worry about heating your jars up, because we're not adding anything hot to the jars. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this up into chunks. So what I did is I split the breast down the middle, and then I'm just going to do about 1 inch chunks of chicken that are going to go into these jars. And I'll show you how I pack that in and determine the headspace. I do feel in a little bone there. You want to be sure, especially, you're using these for meals, you don't want to have any bone in there. You can can chicken with the bone in. If you want to just like can a whole chicken, piece it out, and you use quart jars. I do leave some of the fat on there. That gives some good flavor. You can add pepper. You can add garlic powder. I've even seen people add some spicy, like sriracha sauce or something like that. All right, my water's boiling for my lids. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of salt into the bottom of the jar. You can put it on the top. And then I'm going to pack my chicken in, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just mashing down, trying to get any of the air spaces filled further down in the jar. And this will make its own juice. You do not have to add any liquid. Some people put some powdered chicken bouillon for flavor. I like it with just the salt because depending on what I'm going to use it for. So that was probably a little more than half of that chicken breast. And I'm going to take my measurer, and it's just almost up to the 1 inch. So that's going to be just perfect. I'm going to leave it like that. And I just kind of go around the edge. Like I said, the liquid will fill in a lot of those empty spaces. But I got it packed in there pretty good. And I'm going to set that over here and continue to chunk up my chicken and fill my jars. And we'll come back and seal them before we put them in the canner. Okay, so I have my jars filled up. That was 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, which was 4, well, they're 4 half breasts, so 2 whole ones. It made 8 jars, or 8 of these half pints. So what I need to do next is I have some white vinegar and a paper towel because of the fat and the meat. Anything on the rim of the jar might stop it from sealing. So I'm going to have my paper towel dipped in the white vinegar, and I'm just going to go around and we're going to clean the rims to make sure that they are clean and free of any chicken juices or fat. To put our lids on, and you want to be sure that you do just finger tight canner. Right here, there's nothing in it. I'm going to add some white vinegar just to keep we have hard water, and that just helps a little bit. And we're going to load the jars. And I'm going to have it come up to the mark on this pan where it normally comes up to. Quite there yet, but I don't want to get it in my jars. Add my lid. To turn on my fire to high, and we're going to let the steam vent from this hole for 10 minutes once this little thing pops up in the back, and then let it steam vent for 10 minutes, and then I'll put my weight on there, and then we'll process it at 10 pounds of pressure because I'm really close to sea level. For 75 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get this going. Okay, so this little valve at the back has pushed up, and there is, I know it's hard to see here, but there's a steady stream of steam coming out of here, and I've set my timer for 10 minutes. We're going to let that vent for 10 minutes to make sure that all the air has been pushed out and it can pressurize correctly. Okay, so the 10 minutes is up, and we're going to put the weight there, and we're going to bring this up to 10 pounds of pressure, and I'll start my timer for 75 minutes. So we took the chicken out of the canner, and it has
set overnight, and every jar that we had sealed, and you can see the juice that's formed there. And this will be enough for, a chicken salad for lunch or for a couple sandwiches. Be sure to label and date anything that you can, so that you can know what you need to use up first. And this is just a really good way to have something on your pantry shelf that's already cooked, quick and easy to use. You know what's in there. That's one of the great things about canning your own food. Yes, I bought this at the store, but I know that it is, all natural, organically grown. There's no saline solution added to it. There's nothing added to it. It's just chicken and the salt that I added. So try your hand at it. Get you a few chicken breasts at the store, and I think you'll be pleased with what you have. Bye, y'all.